What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing some more of the Altoids box. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So already by looking at it, you can see that I've changed a lot of things. First of all, the lithium ion battery is gone because I kind of, I have to resolder that, but you know, it's okay because we're using the external power source again. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get right into it. So the second that you power it on, you can already see that I've changed the loading screen. So it's Mintyboy and it says the extended edition. So there's a lot of new features that have been added to this. So same features are still on here: the games, the weather, the SMS, the settings, the like time and date here. The most of the stuff is still actually on here. So you can, let's start off with the new games that I've added to it. So in the games feature, first we have all of our original games. We have 2048, we have Tetris. Oh my gosh. We have Tetris right here. You know, just classic Tetris. Same old game, you know, like nothing changed here. So then we have oops, I didn't want. Then we have same Pong right here. Oh, I accidentally clicked mode. Pong right here. I guess we're doing Flappy Bird. There's a little glitch in Flappy Bird. Basically the bird is like kind of like, yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but you can see the bird is like tweaking out for some reason, and it's like making duplicates of it. It's like giving more than one, but I don't know why that's happening, but I'll be sure to debug that later. I just wanted to make sure that I get all this down before I like completely ship, because I have no idea what happened to that. I'll be sure to fix that up in the next ship. Next up we have Pong. I keep on clicking mode by accident. Yep, same game of Pong. Hope the light is covering it. Oh, I know. Come on. Okay. Oh, I died. Okay. But you know, that's how it works. Same game of Pong. So let's get into the new game. So first up, we have Snake. Snake was a pretty fun game that I would always play on my computer, and as you can see, like instead of dying when you actually get to the wall, you just go through the wall and spawn on the other side. I added this because it can be kind of difficult to play like on a small screen, and it can also be difficult to like see it. So I didn't want like I didn't want to die by like what do you call it? Just getting into this, like hitting the wall. So I honestly added this because it just made it a whole lot easier for me to like beat the game. Yeah, that's like pretty much all that there is to it. It's just the same game of Snake. It adds one more link once you get another apple. So yeah. Alright, well then, Alright, then next up we have Breakout. So Breakout is similar to Pong, so the coding wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but the only part that I really did have to code was like hitting the blocks when the ball hit the blocks. That was the only part that was kind of difficult, but other than that, this was actually one of my most simplest parts of this to code. So as you can see, whenever you miss the ball, like I'll miss it on purpose here, a live gets taken down. You have 3 lives, and ooh, come on. All right. Yeah, so once you beat the game, or not beat the game, it'll just say game over, or it'll say congratulations, you beat the game, and then it'll bring you to the next level. And then after that we have Breakout. Breakout is, oh wait, that was, I just said Breakout. Sorry, next up we have Minesweep. So Minesweep is this game where you place these blocks, and whatever you have here is like, let's say like 1, that means that's touching one other block. 2, that means that's touching 2 other blocks, and then 3 would be, and so on and so forth. So let's say if I hit a mine by accident, hopefully I'll hit one here. I hit one, you get game over. So any of these red dots that you hit, game over. So that's Minesweep. Alright, then after Minesweep, the next game that we have is Simon Says. So Simon Says was kind of difficult to code, especially because you had to randomize it like Tetris, and all of the directions are on here, so I'll click down for yellow. Whoops, I accidentally exited out somehow. Alright, well, I guess it's red now, so I'll do left for red. Then it's red, blue, so I'm gonna do left, right, red, blue, yellow. Let's say red, blue, green. Oh no, I did it wrong. Level reached 2. Well, I guess I'm bad at Simon Says. Well, that's all of the new games on it. In total we have eight games right now. Adding like major. Oh, why did my light turn off? Sorry. Adding major games like Roblox and Minecraft and things like that are going to be especially hard to get onto this. I'm not 100% sure if it's possible for that to actually happen, but anything's possible. So we will continue to try, and I will be sure to let you guys know what other games that I will be adding to this. Alright, so next up we have the weather feature. So the weather feature I already went over in the last video, but there's a little bit more to this that I added now. So obviously you can see weather, normal, feels like 74 degrees, feels like 78 right now. Humidity 79, pretty accurate, it's pretty hot right now. But as you can see in the corner here, when I click a push button, it starts to fetch the air quality. So the air quality is pretty good right now. So yay, that's pretty good. But once it gets to like one of these, that's very bad. And it'll give you an alert to get out of the area immediately. So that's the new weather feature that's added to that. And not much has been changed to that except for the AQI feature. The next feature is the SMS feature. Again, same as last time. I can't send any messages because I haven't added the Twilio credentials. I don't want to do that. Otherwise, I'd be giving information that I wouldn't want to, like I said before. So, yeah, you can go to settings and go to your SMS tab and fix that. But I'm not going to do that for the sake of this video. Alright, so next up we have the timer feature. So let's... Oops, I accidentally clicked up, so I have to go up now. So next up we have the timer feature. So the timer feature, when you click the up arrow, it'll start the timer. And when you click the up arrow again, it stops. Let's say you wanna, like, you're timing yourself and you wanna, like, I don't know, you wanna add a lap. You click the down arrow right here and add a lap. You can add as many laps as you want. And once you click this right arrow, it resets it. Once you click the left arrow, it brings you back to the game select. So next up we have the NASA feature. So the NASA feature has this whole database in here. So right now we're actually not taking it from a website. This is all just stored inside of its memory. So let me zoom in on it so you guys can see this. I don't know why my light just turned off. Let me turn that back on. Boom. Okay, I guess it's orange now. I don't know why. But anyways, here's the whole features of this. You can see Mercury is right now on this, and it tells you the distance from the sun in astronomical units, or AU. It tells you the gravity, the moon, the average temperature, etc. It tells you all the information that you have to know. But once you click these buttons, you can actually go from planet to planet. So obviously you start at Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and back to Mercury. And it has small little facts at the bottom here. So yeah, that's pretty much all that there is to this part. Next up we have the moons. So all of these moons are on planets, and it will tell you exactly where it's from. So as you can see here, moon of the Earth, it'll tell you a fact and everything that you need to know about it. Moon of Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, some more Saturn, a lot of Jupiter moons. We have the Mars moons. And yeah, so we have all the major moons on here. So next up, let's move on to the Artemis feature. So not only does this have Artemis, but it also has JWST and Stardance, has Mars exploration, near-Earth objects, and Hubble versus Webb telescopes. So you can see all the information from the Artemis is all on here. The crew, spacecraft journey, record, all of it is on here, and it's pretty cool how this actually works. Alright, so next up we have the astronomy picture of the day, or as in here it's called APOD. So it'll try to fetch the astronomy picture of the day here, and as you can see, it worked. And this little sidebar comes here. And when you click the down and up arrows or buttons, you can actually scroll through this. Alright, right now, one of the largest sunspot groups in recent history is the Crossing Sound, blah blah blah. And you can like read through all of this if you want. So all of this is here, and it updates day to day. So from whatever time it is, whenever it's posted, it'll automatically come and show up here. And this right now here is linked to one of API keys by NASA, which is pretty cool, and this is very difficult to get onto the small screen right here. And all this data is directly from NASA themselves. So yeah. Alright, next up we have one of my favorite features, the stocks. So the stocks features, when you click the right arrow and you click it, it'll ask you for your ticker symbol. So as of right now, I have the ticker symbol as SCHW. And this is just like a normal Schwab little ticker symbol. But let's say I wanted it to be something else. Let me think of one off the top of my head. I'm thinking like, what about Coca-Cola? I think that's KO. I think so. We'll see. But I'll first show you exactly what this can do before I try to change it. When I click the done, this little mode here, it'll fetch the stock and it'll show you exactly what is there, the USD, and it'll show you a 5-day chart, and it's powered by Yahoo Finance. So let's go ahead and try a new search. Let's delete all that. Now let's try. We'll try Coca-Cola. I think it's KO. So K, up, left, or up, right, KO. Done. Look at that. It shows the Coca-Cola company right here, and the stocks show. The graph is pretty cool right here, as you can see from day 1 to day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. I would want to invest in day 4, especially because the stock just rose up by a lot. So this is very useful, especially since you don't have to use your regular phone. So your phone dies or something, this will give you an alert if a stock is down or if it's up. So that's all that there is to the stock. Next up, we have another one of my favorites, the news feature. So the news feature on this will give you directly the headlines from BBC World Headlines. So you can see here, 2 boys rescued from a Venezuela earthquake rumble after after days of being trapped. Wow, that sounds very, very bad. And you can just scroll through these headlines, and whatever you want to read, although the article isn't here, you know what you want to read when you get home. So as you can see, you can scroll up, down through all 12 of these news headlines. And that's all that there is to the news feature. And this updates every single day. So this is through an API key. And whatever you want to see, it'll be online on a website, and it'll be on here. Alright, then after that, we have the calculator feature. So calculator feature is pretty self-explanatory. All you gotta do is just insert some numbers and it'll calculate for you. So let's say, I don't know, what is 5.21, I don't know, I'm putting some random numbers, minus 3. Where's the 3? Oh wait, I don't think I clicked the minus symbol, so I don't think it's gonna actually do anything, so. Oh, I actually didn't do that. I did click it. So you can see, very accurate, 2.2140. You can see this is just a I forgot what it's called, four number calculator. I don't know what it's called, but just four use calculator. I don't know what it's called. I totally forgot, but I just said it before. But anyways, you can see in the corner right here, it'll tell you exactly what you just calculated. So in this case, I did do just 5.2140 minus 3.00 in the, and then it gives us the answer, which is pretty cool. So I'm thinking about adding some actual linear graphs to this, like adding variables and different things to this. However, it'll be very difficult, especially again, this is just stored all in the memory. But other than that, that's all there is to the calculator feature. So if you ever have to do a quick simple calculation, you can pull up your calculator. Alright, and last but not least, we already went over this before, but we have the settings feature. I keep on clicking the wrong button. We have the settings feature. So now you can see in the settings feature, it's literally all the exact same. We have the storage, the Wi-Fi I'm not going to go to, it'll scan the Wi-Fi, but you know what, I'll just cover this up because it will show my IP address and stuff, and I don't want to show that. So you can see here, it'll click down to scan and connect for the Wi-Fi. My MAC address, IP address, and everything is actually on here, so I don't actually want to show that. But yeah, I can scan for the Wi-Fi right here, and now it'll show me all the Wi-Fis that are in the range. So let's just give it a second, and now all the Wi-Fis are here. So that's all that there is to the Wi-Fi feature of this, at least. Alright, so I just disconnected my Wi-Fi, so I actually don't show any of my personal information. But now you can see, let's move on to the BLE feature. Oops, I accidentally clicked. No, don't scan the Wi-Fi. Alright, well, I guess I just did it again. But I'm going to cover it out just in case. And let me just make sure. Alright, we're good. Okay, anyways, let's get back into the BLE feature. So right now it's idle, meaning that I can't actually see anything, but now if I were wanting to connect this to my computer, I could via Bluetooth. Then we have the theme from light mode to dark mode, and yes, it does save, so even if I did unplug this, let's go back to mode, unplugged. Okay, well, my storage just got full on my phone, so I mean, I have to get enough things done here, so let's make these last few minutes count. So anyways, what I was doing before was going through the BLE feature, but let's go ahead and I'll show you it again. So I unplug it and then I replug it back in. As you can see, it's still on the light mode, and it did not automatically switch to the dark mode, which proves that it did in fact stay. So you can see that even when even if I do switch it to dark mode, unplug, replug, it saves. So now let's get into the, whoops, I don't mean to click that. Let's get into the SMS feature. So you can see I have the SID token and from, but I didn't put any of these in yet. Otherwise I'd be giving, again, information that I would not want to. And you can see that it can get a free Twilio trial at Twilio.com, and that's exactly what I use to send these SMS messages. But that's all that there is to this. So I'll do a very quick summary for this. So we have multiple games on this. We have 2048. Oh, whoops, I meant to click on it. We have 2048. We have Tetris. We have, whoops, let me get out of this. We have Pong. I know I'm not gonna go through all of them, but you know, you get the point. We have 2048, Tetris, Pong, Flappy Bird Snake, Breakout, and Minesweep, and Simon Says. Those are all the games that we have that are working on this. Then we have a new small weather feature that's on here, which is the AQI, air quality. Then after that we have the SMS feature. I'm not going to go over that since we went over that in the last video. We have the timer feature where you can start running, add laps, and reset and go back. Then after that we have the NASA feature where you can see any of the planets that you want, any of the moons that you want, anything about the Artemis thing that you want, or any other explorations, and you have the astronomy picture of the day from NASA. So all of these 4 things are just in the one NASA feature, which I think was pretty cool. So let's go ahead and let's just let this fetch. It might not work sometimes, other times it will. In this case it didn't, but we already saw that it worked. Then after that we have the stocks feature, so I'm just gonna go with KO again. So let's go ahead and let's just scroll down here. Done. And it'll fetch the stocks from KO, and it'll display it on here on a little graph from a 5-day chart, which is pretty cool. So then after that we have the news feature, which will fetch up the world headlines, all 12 of them from BBC News. We have the calculator feature, and finally we have the settings, which has all the things that you need to know, and including the Wi-Fi. But yeah, that's all that there is to it. Well, I'll see you guys next time. I'll be sure to make a full video on how I made this. I know I said that in the last video, but since I've added a lot of new features to this, I wanted to go over this. and make sure that you guys understand. Well, until next time, guys, peace.